afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Look at the 76ers starting group. Gordon out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Oubre. And it's Martin in at the 4 spot. And for the Pacers, the forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center position. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up, so we should be in for a fun one.
Now here's Drummond. Back to Maxey. To the paint. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And here's Halliburton. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. Over Maxey. Maxey grabs the miss. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And Maxey is just terrific on the drive. His speed and ability to finish is different in so many ways.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Here's Gordon, following the score by Miles Turner. Drummond with a screen on Halliburton. Here's Maxey. They get it back. For 3, Oubre. The offensive rebound. Pass to Gordon. Inside. Here's Drummond. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Drummond's got his second basket. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And it's just a couple of bad breaks, and then you're on the losing end. I'm sure they're going to bounce back quickly.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst, Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Now, here is Martin. Back to Maxey. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Willing that ball in. Tyrese Maxey has a nose for points.
How'd you talk about a guy who can completely take over? Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
The 76ers making a switch here. Martin's checked in. They throw good, Maxey. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid. Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. And we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. First free throw is good. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. The 76ers with another miss. Pacers trail by 4. At the elbow, it's Siakam.
Oh, yes!
Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside Gordon. To the middle. Wants to get it to Oubre and does. Can't get it to fall.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pass to McConnell. Indiana moving it around. For three, Siakam. That's good. It's McConnell with the assist. Siakam's got 8 points.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
It's Martin on the wing. Back to Maxey. Down low, Drummond. Pacers with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Pass to Nesmith. And the Pacers another three. With 1 on the clock, doesn't get it to drop for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Pacers out in front. They're up by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Caleb Martin out there with Martin. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Maxey. And it's Yabusele in at the 5, down low.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges, Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big three, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. 4 on the clock. From 11 feet away, off the left rim and out. The 76ers trail by 4. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Martin against Mathurin. Martin, the pass to Yabusele. Stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Here's Halliburton. Again, Indiana.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
McConnell against Maxey. Takes the 3. The Pacers pull it in. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just picked the worst time to do it.
Now Halliburton. After the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. 2 on the clock. Here's Jackson. The rebound by Yabusele. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 6. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now, here's Maxey. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room. That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Neesmith, he's checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And then for Philadelphia, Drummond's checked in for Yabusele. Oubre comes in for Martin. And Gordon subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Turner.
Yeah, that was bound to get ugly. Turner is so assertive, working inside. Defense got messy.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
That free throw good from Turner. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
You just look at the trajectory of Turner's career. He was raw coming into the league, up and down for a number of years, but when he put it all together, he became the total package.
Now here's Drummond. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Nembhard with it. He's covered by Maxey. Here's Siakam. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 6. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Oubre's got his first basket.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And the shot goes down. Siakam's got the lead up to 6 now for Indiana.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. A little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Maxey kicks to Martin. Oubre dishes to Gordon. Launches a 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so we wrap up the first half. Pacers lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, you know, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So you got to keep shooting them. Hopefully start making some of them.
Well, you can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Looking at Philadelphia, it's been a painful start for them, 0-2. I know the season's young, but they're probably feeling a little desperate for that first win.
Yeah, if you include the offseason, it's been months, Shaq, since this team's won a game. Not a great feeling.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, punched in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Pacers leading by 6. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And using that improved court awareness, Turner continues to make plays out of the pick and roll.
Outside, Martin. Here's Maxey. Cranes the three-pointer. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Siakam inside, covered by Martin. Shoots from 14, again Indiana.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Drummond. Here's Martin. Just 5 on the clock. Gordon for 3. Siakam pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Turner. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And the defense did just enough to bother that dunk attempt.
Gordon the pass to Maxey. Oubre with it. Nesmith covering. Now here's Oubre. Defense is right there. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Siakam. He's got 12. Outside Turner. There's the triple. Sinks the triple. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the uniqueness of Turner, an elite shot blocker who has deep range on that jumper.
Here's Oubre. Kicks it out to Maxey. Back to Oubre. Lets the 3 fly. Siakam pulls it in.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Halliburton finds Siakam. 1:19 left in the third. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And finished off by Martin.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Nembhard with it, defended by Gordon. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Indiana needs to get a shot off. No one covering. Neesmith has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pacers.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside Gordon. Here's Maxey. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
With those long strides, Siakam can eat up ground in a hurry.
The 76ers trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Maxey. 10 points for him. Martin with a screen on Halliburton. No good with the triple. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Indiana out in front. They lead by 13. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Tyrese Maxey out there with Lowry. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Yabusele in at the center.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Jackson kicks to Halliburton. There's the lob to Jackson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Maxey looking it over. Over McConnell. Toppin pulls it in.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Maxey passes to Martin. Bangs home the trifecta.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Attention fans, now on the court is your Hype Squad. Get loud, let them hear it. The loudest sections get t-shirts. Let me hear you. For Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort. See how it works out. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now, here is Halliburton. Yep, it counts. And the Pacers lead by 14.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Maxey attacking, and that one drops. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Indiana leading by 12. Halliburton for three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Maxey against Halliburton. And it's sent back by Turner. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Over Maxey. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. The 76ers trail by 12. Outside, Maxey. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Maxey's got 10 points here in the second half. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Back to Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Maxey. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Over Martin. A putback, and Turner stays with it.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Indiana.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Pascal Siakam.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
.102 left in the fourth quarter. Maxey, basket good.
This is why so many, including myself, are excited about Maxey's future, showing how phenomenal of a scorer he can be.
Now, here is Halliburton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First team foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Outside Gordon. Drummond sets the screen for Gordon. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels in rising up and denying those shots.
Now, here is Halliburton. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Indiana moving the ball around. Halliburton outside. And it's off from three-point range. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.